Well, hello, YouTube world. I am live streaming. We are 2/3 of the way through our challenge, our 9-week challenge, 6 weeks in. And I have a few things to say. I'm hoping that I can keep going. And that's actually what I want to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about what I've learned and a little bit about adversity and what's coming up next. So, this is the second of 3 live streams I'll be doing, and if you notice, last live stream, I used my webcam as an experiment. This live stream, I'm using this lovely Canon M50 Mark II with the 22mm lens with the f2 stop. So if that geeks you out and you love that, there you go. Those are my details. Right here, this guy is the 416 that I'm recording on through it. So still, all the little geeky details. So what have I learned? Well, I learned I need a little bit of gum because I'm having some mouth noise. Those voice actors who find themselves with mouth noise, you can drink a lot of water, right? Which is what I do. I drink water. And that helps. And this might seem counterintuitive, but I find gum, specifically this ice cube gum, if I chew that a little bit, I don't know what happens exactly in the whole mouth. Some people say green apples help reduce that kind of mouth noise clicking. Other people swear by like certain teas, warm water. But for me, I chew this gum for about 30 seconds. And after I do, take a swallow there, my mouth noise is pretty much gone. It's actually kind of nice. So anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. Let's talk about, so the first 3 weeks, I learned that I was very busy and that I have clients that decided to get really busy, which I love all of my clients. They're great. And then I said the next 3 weeks, there'll be more educational stuff, more marketing stuff. And then after that, there'll be some more co-op stuff. So what I've learned between then and now is that I have a lot of ideas for videos, great ideas for videos. I have ideas about, how to keep your booth cool. I have ideas about reducing your noise floor in your booth, about what's the difference between sound treatment and sound proofing. You can't really proof, but keeping unwanted noise away from your microphone. That was actually a question from a viewer, and I'll be addressing that. I had a question about what kind of material is best. And so I have a whole video idea about testing different materials, even like towels, Owens Corning, the Orlex stuff, the knockoff Orlex stuff. Which one is best and which are most effective and most affordable, because that's really important too. And so I have all these big ideas for videos, but what I've found is that keeping up with a daily post keeps me from having time to, it would take 4 or 5 days to actually make this video that I want to do. And I don't have time for that. I've got to get a video up every day. And so I know you've noticed the phraseologies on the channel, and that's a way for me to pace that out. But actually, those are there so I can keep my clients. So I have to spend 12 hours a day working stuff for my clients. So those are there if I run into a day that's really long and I don't have time to create something. So it's crazy, right? So coming out, I look at this for the last third as being realistic with myself with what I can actually produce and still keep quality videos coming, not just random vlog videos where I'm, hey, guess where I am right now or stuff like that. That's stuff that's actually meaningful to the channel. Now, I think this challenge is a good thing. I see a lot of YouTubers saying, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge. And that's probably accurate enough. I mean, getting after your first 30 days of continually posting, there's this weird habit, this kind of inner, I don't know, feeling that you get. Have I put stuff up today? Have I put stuff up today? And that kind of feeling is really important because it actually pushes you to create the content. And so I feel like 30 days is enough to get that understanding and push off that procrastination bug. However, I said 9 weeks. I'm going to continue with 9 weeks. It's been 6 so far. So I have some challenges coming up. I'm taking a vacation. And what do I do when I'm on a vacation? I have to have enough videos in the bank that I can just release every day. That's going to be a challenge, and keep all my clients happy because they have timely stuff too. So there's some adversity. And honestly, there's another piece of adversity that I didn't expect, actually. And that has been physical. I have some physical issues that I'm dealing with right now that prevent me from being able to get out and about, lift heavy things at the moment. I don't want to say exactly what's going on, but it's just something that's popped up that you go, oh, okay, how do I deal with this and continue to make content? I think the most important thing is the mindset. Not to succumb to the victim kind of mindset. Oh, I can't do this now because of here are my circumstances. My circumstances are X, Y, and Z, and they're really big. And, whatever the circumstances are, when I feel like when you allow your circumstances to become larger than you, that puts you in a victim state of mind. And a victim state of mind is very powerless place to be. And so through this adversity, my goal is to continue to maintain my commitment, regardless of my circumstances. And I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm on some fairly heavy pain meds at the moment. And but I knew I needed to make this today. I needed to continue to publish. And I said I was going to do a live stream in 6 weeks in, and today is 6 weeks in. So here I am, regardless of my circumstance. So that's kind of my challenge. Part of my challenge is to remember that I am larger than my circumstance, whether that circumstance is my physical pain or being uncomfortable. And actually, that's part of it, right? I've learned that there's a difference. Well, when we label things with terms, right? This is painful. This is my pain. My back hurts. My knee hurts. It becomes a different kind of beast than if we say I'm uncomfortable. The language defines the reality, and so saying pain all the time keeps it in a place that I don't want to stay in. And I've had to learn that over the many years, and I think I'm starting to get it. It doesn't mean that the being uncomfortable doesn't happen from time to time, and I have to figure out how to deal with it and move through it, but I don't have to stay in it. And I can separate myself from it, right? Being uncomfortable is one thing, but suffering from that uncomfortableness is a different thing. So I can experience the pain or being uncomfortable or the sensation, and then I can choose how I deal with it and if I decide to suffer with it or how long I decide to suffer with it. It's a mental thing. So that's a circumstance I got to get over. That I want to get over and work through. I don't want to be a victim of my pain. The other thing is, I found that's really challenging, and I found some ways to overcome it, is I have ADHD, right? A lot of creative people do, and a lot of entrepreneurs do, which I thought is a fascinating thing. Some major entrepreneurs are all ADD, and they use it to their advantage. And I don't know if you've ever seen the Holderness Family videos, but he has a song called ADHD is my superpower, and I totally jump on board with that. It allows me to be very creative and think of things and think outside of the box. It also has its challenges. Multitasking, I suck at multitasking. And so but I'm really good at hyper focusing. And so every day I kind of pick, okay, this is my client today. Boom. These are the things I'm working on for the day. And every day on my whiteboard, I don't know, you can't really see it behind me. It's over there. I make sure that I have written out this is my client and this is what I'm doing for them today. And that works so much better for me than if I try to say, okay, I'm going to do this stuff in the morning, and at 2 o'clock I'll start this, and at 6 o'clock I'll start that. What ends up happening is I thinking about the next thing that I have to do while I'm trying to do the thing that I am doing, and my mind is split. And when my mind splits, I'm not effective. So what I'm saying here is that I have created a system where I hyper focus for a full workday on a client so that I can get a lot done. And I usually do. That's the benefit of ADHD and hyper focusing is that you can zoom right in on it. But it took a while for me to figure that out. I mean, I'm 51 years old, right? So I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was in middle school sometimes. So it's been a while. And over the years, I've had to try to figure out what works and what doesn't and all that. And so having a kid that has diagnosed ADD, I've done a lot of research, and that's been very helpful for me. So, rising above that is definitely a challenge. So, being bigger than your circumstances, continuing to move on and move forward. As voice actors, as creative entrepreneurs, you know, there are a lot of challenges that keep us stuck, or get in the way, or if we have too thin of a skin, can kind of keep us morally down, and that's tough. So, I guess the point of this rambling is that I would encourage you to move beyond your victim mindset or the victim mindset. Uh, Take back your power. Make no matter what your circumstance is, find a way to be bigger than it. So I hope this has been helpful. I appreciate you watching. Until next time, end stream.